If the Titans are going wide receiver at 7th overall, which of these two guys do you prefer? Is it Malik Nabers or Rome Ozunze? A lot of comments this morning here, Jack. I'll
Split
send you
chat.
to the chat.
It's very split. JR starts us off on YouTube with Rome, and I'd be remiss if I didn't read his comments earlier. He said that Neighbors is like the hot girl that's not interested in you, while Rome Odunze is cute and girlfriend material. I thought that was pretty
Well,
funny from JR.
we'll talk about the Malik Nabers stuff a little later.
Exactly. Willie Madden says Neighbors. Titans Kyle leans Odunze. Rome from Stephen King, hashtag not Neighbors. We've got another Rome from Eric, Rome from Darren, Neighbors from Jake and Jeff and Billy and Robbie. So here's Rome from Billy and Robbie, I should say. Odunze from Jared, Neighbors from Matt, Rome Odunze from Brandon, Derek. Courtesy says Neighbors. And Cameron Strong says Rome Odunze. Jared agrees. Johnny's on Odunze. IR Hoshi likes Neighbors. Richie Guzman says Odunze. Bucks Burner says Odunze. Danny agrees. Brad Anderson says Neighbors. Deshaun. Here's a Neighbors run from Deshaun and Devin. And then we have Matthew, Orlando, Rooney, all chiming in for Rome Odunze. Darius says Neighbors. Chris says Neighbors. Ahmad says Neighbors. But Scott says Rome. And Jason says Neighbors. We've got Katie with Neighbors. Robbie says Rome. And then we have Paul with Rome. Brian agrees. Brian Spivey says Neighbors. Hello Lady says, won't you be my neighbors? It's close, but Odunze from Phil. Michael Kennedy's on Neighbors. Sergey is on Odunze. Austin. Both of these players are great, like I just mentioned. But if you have to pick one, there's great things about both of them. Both are coming off back-to-back 1,000 yards receiving seasons in college. Both had over 1,500 this past season. Rome Odunze had some big games late in the season that really vaulted him up into this conversation. And, when you play 6 top 20 teams down the stretch and you average over 108 yards against those teams and you do it on a big stage like the college football playoff, you're going to get your name in the lights. And I like the Larry Fitz comparison. Rome Odunze said he compares his game to Devontae Adams' game. So that's an interesting little comp right there. But for me, I'm a Malik Nabers guy through and through. You talk about explosive. You talk about yards after the catch. We've heard about his route running precision. He turns 50-50 balls into catches. I mean, that's the guy the Titans have been missing since A.J. Brown left. Malik Nabers comes from the wide receiver factory that is Louisiana State University. There's proven guys that have come out of that school and done well in the NFL, not just well, but all pro well. And that doesn't mean that Malik Nabers is going to be hit just because the guys before him succeeded. But what Malik Nabers can do with the football in his hands is special. I think he's more of like a skinny Deebo Samuels because he can make people miss. He can stiff arm people and just break away from, the third layer of the defense and turn a 20-yard gain into a 60-yard touchdown. So for me, to make this offense more explosive, which has been the goal the whole time, Malik Nabers is that guy for me. I prefer Malik Nabers over Rome Odunze.
Yeah, I think, look, both guys are really damn good. If I'm splitting hairs here, which I keep having to get out of my mouth, I'm going to go Malik Nabers too, because Malik Nabers, I think, creates separation more with his techniques and his route running ability than his physicality. And I think when you're going into the NFL, and if you are looking at wide receivers that can translate from great production in college to great production in the NFL, you have to be able to create separation. And both of these guys, and Malik Nabers and Odunze, do create separation. But I think it's the fact that Malik does it more with his footwork, his quickness, his ability to set up defenders with a route concept and understanding of route trees and how to run the routes and the intricacies there. I think Rome Ozunze could absolutely do that, but it's more of Rome Odunze's nature to win with his physicality more than win with his feet, right? And so I think that's where I if I'm giving the edge to one of these guys, I put Malik Nabers over Rome Ozunze because of that.